Good
Happy New
afternoon,
Year to
sir.
all of you again,
Good afternoon,
and
sir.
Good
uh,
afternoon, sir. Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year, sir.
I hope you people are doing well and taking proper care of yourself and your family members also. So let's hope thoda we can utilize our 2021 with more energy and more efficiency. Let's pray for that. So we'll wait for 2 minutes more, and then we will start our today's lecture. So I think अभी किसी को doubt था कि regarding how for the circular or say cylindrical case, sorry, not yes, circular disc or lamina, what is the moment of inertia? That will be your 1/2 or half m into r square. So that proof is actually I have mentioned over here. So I hope it is clear. By the way, I have also attached the slides, the updated slides in your portal also, so you can, yeah, definitely you can download from there. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes.
हेलो सर।
Yes,
असाइनमेंट में
sorry,
टाइम कितना लगेगा असाइनमेंट में?
I not get you. What you are trying to say, please? Please repeat.
सर इसके न्यूमेरिकल आपका भेजे हो?
मैं भेज दूंगा come on, थोड़ा सा मुझे time दो. I will prepare all the numericals for you people. Don't worry. I'm collecting the numericals actually. I'm collecting for the all the chapters I can say. Okay, yeah, let's start now. So in the last lecture we have seen please जिसका भी जो mic on है please mic off कर दीजिए please. Please mic off कर दीजिए Rinal Patel. Yes, now I can. What? Just a minute. There are 2, 3 people are also waiting in the lobby. Yes, yes. So can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
sir.
So let's move on. So in your last lecture, basically, we have seen we have tried to compute or calculate the moment of inertia for several cases. Say basically for the rectangular lamina, then circular lamina, and yeah, that we have seen. Some of you people were having the doubt on that what is the proof of that 1/2 mr square. So this is the proof that I have actually mentioned in your last lecture, and yeah, this is the slide that that person was interested to know. So 1/2 mr square. So let's move on to the next part. We have seen, or actually basically I have given the as a homework to or for computing the moment of inertia for the cylindrical object or cylindrical body with say length say L and radius is say R, and the axis of rotation is basically both the axis. One can simply say x o x prime or say y o y prime as shown in this diagram. So in both the cases basically one has to measure the moment of inertia. All right, so that we have given as a homework, and proof is also there, so you can easily calculate. And suppose if at all you face any problem or if at all you face any difficulty, then let me know. I am here to solve all your queries. Similar way, what you can say, you have to apply this thing concept for the calculation of the moment of inertia for basically the spherical objects, so spherical body that I have considered. So there are one axis of rotation that I have considered is your about a diameter, that means from a center, sorry, say from diameter it is rotating on that axis. So consider the sphere of radius r with say mass capital M, and measure the moment of inertia about that diameter, that means with respect to that AB the sphere is rotating, or yes, and it will be the same if measure about any other diameter because diameter have a same length. So in that scenario the mass per unit volume basically that can be given by simple this equation, mass over 4 by 3 pi r cube. So just try to identify the uh, consider that a small strip that I have shown with width say dx and with a radius r and at some small x distance. So that means you can easily measure the moment of inertia for that small strip and apply this knowledge or integrate with respect to the whole radius and identify the moment of inertia for the whole spherical body. So here are basically the proof of how you can compute everything. So I am the proof is I have already mentioned, so that you can do at your own. Basically देख लेना एक बार थोड़ा सा calculate करके देख लेना एक बार try करना. The final answer would be the momentum of inertia for the spherical body is 2 by 5 mr square. And similar way, if you what you can say, if you measure the moment of inertia about any other axis, say about the tangent, suppose if your body is rotating about a tangent, so in that case you have to apply the parallel axis theorem. The parallel axis theorem says that moment of inertia from that center plus m into that distance square, that distance is basically center से जो डायमीटर का सॉरी सेंटर से जो टेंजेंट का डिस्टेंस है वो डिस्टेंस, देन दैट विल बी बेसिकली योर radius. So in that scenario your moment of inertia according to the parallel axis theorem 2 by 5 mr square plus simply m into r square. Here that r is basically the distance from that center to that tangent, so radius basically. So when you solve basically this thing, you will get 7 by 5 mr square. That means the moment of inertia, if you consider the moment of inertia from a center, it will be 2 by 5 mr square, and if you measure the moment of inertia about say any tangent, it will be 7 by 5 mr square. So I hope these points are very much clear, and these points are basically involve lots of mathematical stuff. So but yes, it is not that much difficult. You can easily calculate this thing because it does not you don't require, you people do not require any hi-fi mathematical terms. So yes, you can easily calculate all the things. So I have skipped many of the examples particularly for the moment of inertia calculation. So if you take any reference book, for example इसी का ही जो कुछ पोर्शन में आपको बता दूं में, मतलब ये जो even your 12 साइंस और से 11 साइंस बुक यू कैन फॉलो, एंड हर एक आपको एक टेबल में दिया होगा कि मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया फॉर डिफरेंट बॉडीज and how to calculate the moment of inertia. So that proof is basically for some of the cases I have given the proof, and similar way or equivalently one can identify for the any other object. So I hope these points are very much clear. All right. So now the next part of this last topic of this particular rotational motion chapter is your calculation of your kinetic energy. So what is the kinetic energy in the case of say rotational dynamics? So kinetic energy in the case of say linear motion that we have seen, the kinetic energy would be simply 1/2 mv square. So what you basically need to do is you need to replace or you need to change the value of that linear velocity with the angular velocity. And you know what is the basic relation between angular velocity and linear velocity. So simply the relation is v equal to r times omega. Omega is your angular velocity. So that's it. This is the only thing that one has to replace or one has to apply. But mind well, in the case of say linear motion, you were taking 1/2 mv square. So v can be basically replaced by that angular velocity v equal to r omega, but for rotational motion one has to take v equal to r omega, and as well as the mass that you have considered in your linear motion, and equivalently you have to take moment of inertia for the case of say rotational motion. So there are two basic difference. 1/2 mv square, if you remember the 1/2 mv square, so replace that m by its moment of inertia and replace v by its angular velocity. So that's it. That two changes one has to do. Yes.
दोनों को चेंज थोड़ी करना होगा, हम m को i से चेंज करेंगे and v इक्वल टू r ओमेगा चेंज करेंगे तो i r ओमेगा फिर हो जाएगा.
Yes. But you
तो
have
हम
to
m
replace
as it is
I
रखते और v
m
is
को
equal to r.
wait m को आपको रिप्लेस करना है मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया से, बट मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया का थोड़ा सा कैलकुलेशन डिफरेंट है. इट टर्म्स इन्वॉल्व बोथ मास एज वेल एज द r also. So and for different object, for example, if you take any cylindrical object or spherical object or even say rectangular object, your mass, you consider mass as a simple mass of that object, but here for all the cases, all three different cases, you have moment of inertia is not same, you have different moment of inertia. So equivalently one has to consider everything. All right, so yeah, your point is valid, point is completely true, I don't have any question over that. But yes, one has to take care of that moment of inertia first of all, because you have different term in all the cases. All right. So yeah, we will go step by step for all three cases. So don't worry about it. Maybe in the last slide, we will see all the three cases. So if you, I hope this is clear. Can I proceed further, please? Hello, can I proceed?
Sir, rotational.
Yes,
Sir,
Okay, yeah, please, yes.
सर रोटेशनल में आपने क्या बोला 1/2 i ओमेगा स्क्वायर.
Yes, I omega square. थोड़ा सा और भी terms आएंगे अंदर.
Okay.
See, I will come to that. I'm coming to that point. Don't worry about it. I'm just
Okay.
giving the introduction of that. How basically, what are the concept behind or how to compute the kinetic energy in the case of rotational motion. So we know the kinetic energy in terms of say linear motion or say translation motion, that we 1/2 m into v square. Now you have to change for rotational motion, you have to change m as well as v. Your m basically will be replaced by the moment of inertia, and your v will be replaced by that angular velocity. All right, so we will see कि वो terms क्या है, that we will see. Now for the kinetic energy for rotational motion, there are basically two things one has to cases that one has to consider. The first one is actually the pure rotation. That means it does not involve any kind of translation motion. So it is a pure rotation in which the center of mass of a rotating body has a zero linear velocity. That means it only has rotational motion. But at the same time, the second case is rotation in which the center of mass of a rotating body also has a linear velocity. For example, suppose आपके पास sloping आपके पास arrangement है slope हो, तो suppose जो आपके पास स्फेरिकल ऑब्जेक्ट जो है या तो फिर सिलेंड्रिकल ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, वो कैसे रोटेट होता है उसके ऊपर. सो देयर आर टू kind of motion involved. The first one is the rotational motion about that axis, and the second one is the translation motion. Both are involved in the case of, say, slopy arrangement. So suppose the rotation in with the center of mass of a body also has some linear velocity. For example, the rolling of a body along a plane or an inclined surface. So you are having two options, two cases, the pure rotation, and second one is the rotation plus translation. So let us go for the first case. So the kinetic energy of a body about an axis through its center of mass. So this involve only and only the rotational dynamics. It does not involve any kind of translation motion. Please थोड़ा सा थोड़ा नहीं, थोड़ा सा और ज्यादा, थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा केयरफुल रहना while studying this concept, because इसकी बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशंस हैं, एंड probably आज पॉसिबल नहीं हो सका. Probably in your next lecture I will try to show some of the demonstration on this concept. So please pay extra attention on this topic, and please pay extra attention on this new year also. In both the way I am talking about, by the way. Thank you. So this is particular case of, say, only rotation without translation. It does not involve any translation motion. So the body of a, or simply imagine a body of, say, mass say m, rotating with some angular velocity omega about an axis. So axis of rotation is shown here, AB, which is rotating with angular velocity omega, which pass through its center of mass. So that its center of mass has only a center of mass only has a rotational motion, and it has a zero linear velocity. That means it does not involve any kind of translation. So it will be a pure rotational motion, and so it possesses kinetic energy by virtue of its motion of rotation, which is called the kinetic energy of the rotation. All right.
Sir.
So yes, please.
सर इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी ना कि जो रोटेटिंग एक्सिस है वो सेंटर ऑफ मास में से ही वो होगी, पास होगी, या फिर
Not necessary. We can take any kind of any axis of rotation. We can take any of them. Don't worry about it. Okay. What is the relation between any other axis and if you take the center of mass? So you know how to deal with those kind of scenarios. You just have to apply the parallel axis theorem, identify the moment of inertia.
Yes,
that's it. That's it. So yes,
Okay,
in
sir.
principle you can choose any axis of rotation, but here we are basically taking only the simplest example, by the way. Example में और ज़्यादा आएंगे. I will come to that point also. All right, so don't worry about it. So the kinetic energy of a body about an axis through its center of mass. So we are continuing with this thing. So just a minute. Okay. So in this case, the body is basically made up of. So let us assume that the whole object of mass m is made up of, say, a large number of particles. So let us assume only, let us consider, or let us focus on only three objects, three body in between. Excuse me, please, आपका mic disturb my say. Rinal Patel, please, आपका mic microphone off कर दो, please. Thank you. So let us assume that let us focus on three particles of masses, say small m1, small m2, and small m3, which are at basically distance at, say, r1, r2, r3 from its center from center, say O, and its distance is basically principal axis से आपका AB से कुछ distance में है. R1 and R2 are basically the distance from the axis of rotation. से AB axis जो हमने यहाँ पर assume किया था उसी के respect में है. Since the angular velocity is same, so you have applied some kind of angular motion. So definitely its angular velocity will be same for all the particles. But definitely its linear velocity are different, and that depend on that radius factor. So V is equal to r omega from that simple equation that one can identify v1 equal to r1 omega, v2 equal to r2 omega, and similarly v3 equal to r3 omega. And from that, definitely their kinetic energies are basically given by the kinetic energy relation is 1/2 m into v square. So if you apply that value of that v, which is equal to r omega, so 1/2 m1 r1 square omega square, similarly for m2 and similarly for the m3. And you know that the total kinetic energy would be sum over all of them. By the way, here I have written only 3, but just add the plus sign, plus dot 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 for all other particles. So your angular velocity is common constant for all say assume 3 particles. So let us take it outside. So you will get only 1/2 omega square times m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square and so on. And the bracket term can be written as sum overall because we have considered for the discrete particles, so it will be simply sum overall. So the kinetic energy would be 1/2 v square sum over m into r square. And you know that the sum over this thing can be basically written as moment of inertia. Moreover, that sum can also be m into r square, sum over m into r square can also be written as m into k square, where k is basically the radius of gyration about that axis of rotation. So that is the average distance that we have imagined. And also this I is equal to m, moment of inertia is also related with the radius of gyration through this I equal to m k square. So from that one can identify your center of mass पे, for example, the kinetic energy of a rotation of a body about the axis AB through its center of mass is simply given by I omega square. So जो आप पहले बता रहे थे, डिस्कस कर रहे थे आप मेरे साथ, वही इक्वेशन आपका यहाँ पर जस्टिफाई आता है आपका. It is simply I into omega square, and its unit is basically erg in CGS and joule in MKS unit system. Now let us go with the another case. The another case is the kinetic energy of a body whose mass m has also a linear velocity. That means it is rolling. That means it is rolling on some planar surface. That means a simple example, suppose आप ले लें, तो if you imagine your volleyball or tennis ball, if it is rolling on some surface, so you know that it also has a rotational motion and along with the translation motion. Okay, so consider a circular disc, that means your volleyball or football or say tennis ball. So in principle you can choose any of the object which have a symmetry जिस तरह हो, you can take any of that object. So consider a circular disc or a cylinder or a sphere, whatever you want to choose you can take. Axis of symmetry होनी चाहिए उसका, बस वही requirement है उसका अभी के लिए. With say radius r and with its center of mass at origin rolling without slipping along a plane or a level surface such that it rotates in some clockwise direction, that is it plus x direction. So just try to see the image. आपका जो sphere मैंने consider किया है, that is moving in say plus x direction in say clockwise direction में move हो रहा है. So in that scenario your axis of rotation, suppose हम assume करें, that is your along the center of mass, that means along the diameter that we have here, consider here. And it also have, suppose आपका जो center of mass है, that also moving in some plus x direction. So just to focus on individual points, आपके पास slide तो आपके पास है ही, so that is why I have not introduced that image here also. So at any given instant of time, say for जहां पर जिस point पे आप measure कर रहे हो उस point पे